I still remember my barbecue epiphany. The time when I bit into a slice of Texas brisket and it occurred to me, this isn't just a meal, this is an art. And I've been hooked ever since. Texas barbecue is a crossroads where the people, culture, and flavors of Texas collide. A place where the lore is as thick as the smoke and family legacies are forged in fire. Barbecue brings food, family, and pure Texas together like a delicious 3-meat combo plate. And it's time we hit the road. It's a Texas barbecue road trip. Texans are passionate people, and we get especially passionate about our barbecue. And the flavors of Texas barbecue are so big, so bold, so delicious that the world has taken notice. And if you want to eat at some of our most iconic stops, well, then you got to start early.
Phew, doggy, it is early. This is a little earlier than I'm used to. I'm just gonna say that.
Because you know what they say, the early bird gets
the brisket.
There you go.
So is barbecue part of a complete breakfast now?
Yeah.
All I gotta say is this better be good because this is early.
Hey, trust me, it will live up to the hype. It always does. It always does. Today we're headed about an hour east of Austin to the small town of Lexington to visit a very special barbecue joint. But there are special places all over Texas. And in a state so big and so diverse, we have more than a few barbecue traditions. Some date back for generations, others are just getting started. And when it comes to Texas barbecue, there is no town more special than Lockhart, the official barbecue capital of Texas.
Downtown Lockhart is full of historic buildings, which look great, but they smell even better. And that means lunch is ready.
Some of the joints here date back over 100 years, with flavors marinated into the walls. Places like Smitty's and Kreuz Market are where our traditions of market-style barbecue started, as it was sold directly out of the pits at small-town grocery stores.
This place goes back quite a while.
Yeah, it was established in 1900 as Kreuz Market, and primarily it was a meat market grocery store. Barbecue was pretty much secondary all the way even through my childhood.
Smoking barbecue was functional, a place to keep the fresh meat from spoiling if it didn't sell. Most of it was ground up and stuffed into sausage. And that tradition is why Lockhart still has the best and juiciest sausage in Texas. Believe it or not, there was a time when brisket wasn't the king of the Texas pits, just another part of the cow. But you can thank Lockhart's Black family for changing that.
It's the perfect meat for barbecuing if you cook it properly and trim it properly and everything and season it properly. Now I'm telling a lot of our secrets, but we cook them the fat side up. If you got that fat on the top, as it cooks, it will go down through the meat and keep it moist. And it's just simple as that.
Oh, man. Oh, that's good.
You like it?
And it's spicy. I mean, y'all are doing stuff right, obviously.
Well, we try to every day and treat our customers like they're just family members at our house.
You know, Texas barbecue is like a big family dinner. And Mumford's Place in Victoria is literally cooking for customers just like it's been doing at family reunions for a very long time. Inside this joint, which has been named one of Texas's best, you'll find the sweet smell of barbecue and walls cluttered with generations of family photos, which is very fitting considering how owners and brothers Keith and Ricky Mumford learned how to cook Q.
But I've been doing this since we were 14, 15 years old, so
Really?
it's been a long
Well,
time.
who taught you at that point?
We have a family reunion we've had since 1904, and so my dad and them told us when we were youngsters, come over here, let me show you something. So they showed us something. So
So these are all the family secrets that you just started serving to all of us.
yes, sir, from the family reunion to the backyards to Mumford's Place barbecue. So yes.
Oh, now that's great.
Yeah.
But there's one family that's had more influence on modern Texas barbecue than any other. And when you start tracing how and where famous pit bosses got their chops, well, all roads lead back to one place, Louie Mueller's, the Texas Cathedral of Smoke. This place reeks of Texas barbecue tradition, and anyone who steps inside will reek of barbecue themselves.
Old jukebox, probably doesn't work. These things have been smoked to oblivion. That one's a new one. That is not a new one. And then how cool is this? You recognize that guy? Stevie Ray Vaughan. Album cover shoot, right here.
Louie started this place in 1949. He passed it to his son Bobby in the 70s, and now it's safely in the hands of Bobby's son and third-generation pit boss Wayne Mueller.
This is what it's been for the last 55 years. I was indoctrinated from my earliest childhood, from the time I was about 8 years old, because that's when I started working here.
Okay.
When my father took over from his grandfather.
And so it hasn't changed much at all. A beef rub that's nothing but black pepper and salt, a pit that's been smoking for over 50 years, and meat that's nothing but delicious.
I'm not gonna be able to wait. I can't wait. This is my happy place right here. You're carrying this precious thing that means so much to so many people. What's that feel like?
It's an honor, first of all, that my father would ask me to continue this legacy, right? I look at my father as being mythical at this point. I mean, he's one of the titans. How do you follow Vince Lombardi? My job is not to screw it up, right?
This to me is Texas. Family.
Community.
Just Texas.
Love. Sharing. I think all of those things are incorporated into what barbecue is because it's the way people have been eating and sharing forever and ever and ever.
And that, my friends, is Texas barbecue.
All right, question for y'all. Build your perfect barbecue 3-meat combo plate.
Sausage, turkey, and pulled pork.
It's gonna be the Texas Trinity.
That's my go-to all the time.
What is the Texas Trinity, Todd?
Ribs, brisket, and sausage.
Oh, he got lucky. I think he got lucky.
I've just been on the show long enough.
Right. For me, that's it. I'm gonna go brisket, sausage, ribs, beans, and potato salad. I'm a traditional kind of guy.
And when it comes to traditional barbecue, there's nothing quite like Luling City Market.
Oh, it just hits you right when you walk in the door. And everyone has to go through the same ritual. You gotta be baptized by smoke.
I call that the meat cologne. But Central Texas barbecue is just one of our many styles.
Every now and then in a small town, you hit something that is just, woo, way off the rockers.
Yeah.
Like barbecue crabs, which are not barbecued at all, really. No. And then Pittsburgh hot links.
You try one and you go, this is amazing.
Unlike anything I've ever had.
Never had these in my life.
Oh, another like barbecue mashup comes to mind was McKinney. Brisket on a biscuit?
Brisket on a biscuit. That's about as southern as you can get right there.
Sit down, honey. I'm gonna make you a brisket on a biscuit. And then, of course, we have to mention the Finolio bowl of He said that they had put it on the menu as like just a barbecue bean bowl and no one bought it. So he renamed it the bowl of Top
Everybody
seller.
wants it.
That's good marketing right there.
That's how you do it.
It's all in the name.
Yeah.
I'm no snob when it comes to barbecue, and it doesn't have to follow the rules to be delicious. Like eating barbecue on a homemade tortilla. But have you ever had barbecue on a fried roll?
We go through a little over 1,000 rolls a day on most days.
So what's the most rolls you've seen a man polish off during a barbecue sitting?
I would say about 18 of them. That's a lot of rolls also.
That is a lot of rolls.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a sopapilla meets a beignet, meets a roll, meets delicious.
I'm very excited about these things. Bacon wrapped jalapeno quail. You don't see this anywhere in Texas, or at least I've never seen it. That is delicious. Is this what I see right up here?
Yes, sir. That's goat right there.
Oh, yeah. The filet mignon of Brady, Texas.
I mean, if anywhere in the world knows how to smoke goat, it's the folks in Brady, Texas.
That's good.
That is good.
And for barbecue that's extra untraditional, look no further than Brotherton's Black Iron Barbecue. How about Texas brisket on a Philly cheesesteak, smothered in queso on an authentic roll shipped in straight from Philadelphia? Or maybe a brisket banh mi, a Vietnamese sandwich with house-made kimchi, pickled daikon, and a mango serrano sauce. Or if those don't tickle your fancy, maybe Brotherton's soon-to-be iconic brisket pastrami Reuben.
Start off with a pastrami, which we brine in-house, and then it's got a pepper coriander bark on it, or the rub, just pepper and coriander. We've got a marble rye, Swiss cheese, house-made Thousand Island dressing, and then we've got a sauerkraut that we ferment in-house. So we start from raw cabbage, salt it, we put it in a fermenting pot.
That looks amazing.
That is off the charts good.
Thank you.
And then there are barbecue traditions that may seem strange to some of us, but they're as traditional as ever in their regions. And one of those is Mexican barbacoa in the Rio Grande Valley. And nobody does it better or more traditional than Veras. This is authentic Mexican barbecue, a full cow head, as in one cabeza de vaca, cooked the authentic way, in the ground.
You know, out on the ranches, you don't have ovens, you don't have anything. And so that's what the ranchers do. They make a hole in the ground.
Okay.
They put fire on there. And then they wrap that beef in and they put it in there and they put other meats in there. You know, but that's originally where it came from Mexico.
Wow, so we got a head upside down. We're seeing the jawbones here. We got the teeth there. The eyeball.
You want to eat the ojo? Let me get you a tray.
Okay, here we go.
Extra juicy like
There you go.
Excellent flavor. It's got all the smoke in it. I mean, it's very fatty. That's a first for me.
There you go.
Every time I come back, I have to remind myself how much I like it. Like, oh, this is my happy place. Like, this is the place I want to come and like stuff myself at 7 o'clock in the morning.
That's Daniel Vaughn, my buddy known as the Barbecue Snob, whose job it is to pick the best joints in Texas for the coveted Texas Monthly Top 50. It's a great gig, but picking winners is a tough job.
If I had the job of ranking the top 50, I could not put a number one. I just couldn't. I always say it's very hard to find, like, honestly bad barbecue. You may not like it as much as some other places because by comparison it's not as good, but is it really bad? Like,
Yes,
be
it
honest.
is. It's bad.
No, it is not.
It's horrible.
No, it's not. You're talking to the guy who doesn't like brisket.
Todd, why are you here?
I don't know. The best brisket Todd ever had, when I looked at it, was actually pulled pork. He was like, this brisket's pretty good. He swears he was born in Texas, but I just can't believe it. I need a birth certificate.
Oh, Todd. But no more time to debate. We've made it. It is a monumental task to pick a number one, but the pros at Texas Monthly have spoken twice and picked our day's destination, Snow's Barbecue, as their number one. Numero uno, the best barbecue in Texas and by extension, the world. What's crazy is that Snow's is only open on Saturday, and so every Saturday morning, Lexington's population more than doubles as folks from all over the world come to line up to taste greatness and to steal a smile from Miss Tootsie, the queen of Texas barbecue. This is owner Carrie Bexley.
I mean, there's a Snow's frenzy going on. What's the line these days?
Probably this morning at opening time was probably 4 to 5 hours long.
I mean, it's kind of a whole experience, right? You got to wake up at the crack of dawn, you know, haul yourself out. You got to convince yourself you want barbecue for breakfast. But it's a sort of a special thing, meeting you, meeting Miss Tootsie, meeting your whole family, the whole team.
I can't make you like our barbecue, but I can make you have a good time while you're here. And customer service and hospitality is high up on our priority list.
And so Carrie keeps the line lively. Raffles, complimentary beverages, and general camaraderie.
Number 50, 5-0. Jump 50 spots, come on.
You know, I get the feeling these folks might actually like waiting in line.
So where'd you come from to get this barbecue?
From Venice, Italy.
Venezuela.
Philadelphia.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Seattle, Washington.
Colorado. Oklahoma City.
Traveled from Idaho for this barbecue.
Keeping up with the demand is no easy task, and that's why it takes the whole family, including Carrie's wife Kim and their 3 kids, along with a dedicated staff that feels like family.
I mean, most everybody that works for me works full time.
It's a little weekend gig.
And it's turned into a really good gig for a lot of them.
Did you see the first Texas Monthly ranking coming?
It's kind of interesting. I didn't ever tell the story for so long, but I actually had the business sold the week before Texas Monthly came for their first time in 2008.
Oh, no.
They called back on a Tuesday and said, we've had a change of plans. We're not interested. And I said, that's fine. No problem. And that next Saturday is when Texas Monthly came the first time.
You could call it luck. I call it divine intervention.
Do you have a secret to making good barbecue?
It's just a lot of TLC that goes into it. I mean, we are basic on all our seasons. We've never seasoned with nothing but salt and pepper, and we're one of the few that don't use a high-quality cut of brisket. We'll use a select grade of brisket. If you know what you're doing with it, you can do a good job.
Nobody knows better than Miss Tootsie Tomanetz, At 86, she's a self-taught barbecue master with a worldwide fan base. But even with all that notoriety and fame, she's still just Miss Tootsie.
I'm an old country girl, and all I know is what the earth has given us, what God has given us, and I'm just myself. I enjoy this work. I like to turn out a pretty product.
You have to be having fun or else you wouldn't still be doing this.
Oh, no, that's
Because this
true.
ain't easy work.
If you can't stand the heat, don't start barbecuing.
No way.
She ain't lying.
Oh, that's like standing next to the gates of Hades. That is hot.
That's next to hell itself.
That's what I'm saying. That's as close as I ever want to get.
I've got some ribs on my pork pit today.
Okay.
This is hotter. This is just a slow heat.
Where's the gauge that tells you hot and cold? Just that.
Just that. With the gloves, I'm not as accurate, so I use the soft part of my arm to see how.
Okay, this is the hot pit. I'm gonna see if I can even bother.
Oh, it's not even that hot right now.
Oh, come on now. Oh, that's not too bad. That actually feels pretty good. Man, we're bathing in it here, boys. Look at that. Oh, let it soak in.
Hey, you better watch
I
out.
need to get it to the into my soul. Oh, whoa, whoa. Like, even though we're interviewing a TV show, Miss Tootsie said, that's fine, but I gotta keep working. No slowing her down.
I hope I'm doing half as good when I'm her age. Tootsie still keeps a day job as a janitor at Giddings ISD. And she started in the barbecue business with her late husband running a place just a few blocks from here. But after it was closed for a number of years, Carrie called her back into action to help open Snow's, and the world rejoiced.
I'm just myself.
Yeah.
God has given me all my attention and given me all my fame and
Yeah.
opened all these doors up for me.
And had it not be for the attention, I would almost bet you when she'd still be here doing everything same way.
That speaks to a passion that has nothing to do with a paycheck or fame or attention, notoriety. That's why your barbecue tastes as good as it does. How long are you gonna do this for?
I can't say how long I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I know I won't be here forever to do it, but
100 more years maybe.
It would be wonderful.
Long live the queen of Texas barbecue. Great barbecue takes passion and a commitment to get it just the way you think exceptional barbecue should taste. And all great pit bosses have methods to their madness.
His name is Clifford, and it's the Big Red Pit.
Appropriate, very appropriate.
Yes, sir, yeah. We got briskets on. I put those on maybe about 8 or so this morning. They'll be cooking until tomorrow, around 9 tomorrow morning.
24, 25-hour cook?
Yeah, until they're done.
That is the slowest cook
Yes,
I've ever
sir.
heard of.
Yeah, I think that we might be the longest cooks on the brisket. So, yeah, that's just the way we do it. We like it low and slow.
With a secret family rub and smoked on mesquite at first to get things hot, and then post oak overnight to hold the low temp. I mean, these guys are not playing around. You know, most places use one kind of wood. Matt uses 3.
I blend primarily the mesquite, and then I blend in a little bit of oak and pecan throughout the day as I'm smoking.
So you got a recipe not just for the rubs and the cook time, but also the wood.
Yeah. Combining them all, it just comes out with the best flavor.
It's just the magic right there. So what we got going on these pits?
We got briskets on these pits here. We've been cooking these all night long. These are already wrapped.
And how long does a brisket take to cook?
You know, it depends. It varies. It could be 10 hours. These have actually been on around 15, 16 hours, and they're still going.
Well, how do you know when they're ready if you can't see them?
I can tell just by looking at them.
Oh, really? That's a true master right there.
That one over there is almost done.
Finding the right cook takes a whole lot of smoke, meat, trial, and error.
It's gone through several iterations. I've probably burnt 100 of them, I've undercooked 100 of them, and we had to just try to bring it to the middle somewhere and find that perfect brisket for us.
Briskets run these pits for a solid 17 to 18 hours on the unusual red oak wood. But hey, Will knows what he's doing.
I mean, as long as there's a Texas, there's going to be Texans wanting your barbecue, so I don't think you have anything to worry about.
God bless Texas.
Yeah, amen.
So the pits that you see here are the recreation of the way they were cooking when they came in the wagon trains. When we first started cooking, we used pecan, but we burned all our pecan up. And so now we use live oak.
Okay.
But we take pecan hulls and soak them in water like people do hickory chips.
Yeah.
And if you have a flare up, we throw the pecan in there too, so it puts that pecan flavor in there too.
Sure.
Our barbecue sauce is more of a southeastern sauce. There's no tomatoes in it. It's got a lot of vinegar and sugar in it, and then it's just been Texified over the years.
Aha, yes, the Salt Lick sauce, a key component of the Salt Lick experience. So delicious, it's been said that it's good on anything, which I may or may not know firsthand. To sauce or not to sauce? That is a great Texas debate. But here at Davis Grocery, the pork steak, it's a must, especially when topped with a little comeback juice.
This is a sauce that we make here in-house.
I like it already. Let me give it a shot.
It has a sweet base, it's very good.
Oh, dang, that's really good. Yeah.
At Cooper's and Llano, you get a full baptism.
You want sauce?
Yeah.
According to East Texas tradition, sauce ain't an option. It's mandatory on everything. And this is barbecue manager, cashier, and Reverend Clinton Edison. Probably not a combo you hear every day, but when you're the church pastor, church barbecue comes with the gig.
The barbecue is blessed.
Well, it is.
Absolutely.
It is blessed.
Even before
And
you eat it, it's
we've
already
been around
blessed.
a long time.
It's going to get messy. You can't not get messy. It's impossible. So don't even try. Just give up.
So we are in East Texas. Pretty different style of barbecue. Man, it's about chopped brisket. Sandwiches are always and probably will be the #1 seller here, just always.
Yeah. But there's one special sandwich that comes with a taste of history. The brother-in-law that's been served here for decades.
This is a hot link that's smoked and some sauce. Melt a piece of just plain old American cheese, pile some chopped brisket on it.
There's nothing wrong with this sandwich.
No.
Like the sourdough bun.
People talk smack. Why are you putting cheese on it? Just try it.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just so good.
Speaking of so good, time to head back to Snow's. And with the line moving, we're ready to step inside.
Here we go. If you came all this way, you're not gonna go easy. You're gonna try it all. Let's do pork steaks. Half pound of that, half pound of brisket, half chicken, 4 pork ribs, something like that. A 1/4 pound regular and a 1/4 pound of jalapeno. The aroma through my mask. I'm just gonna sneak a little smell. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, let's go. Whew, man. This is the finish line to a true Texas barbecue road trip right here. And I'm about to eat a full barbecue spread and it's not even 9 o'clock yet. I'm in a weird time continuum. Is it lunch? Is it breakfast? I'm not sure. And I don't really care. I'm just gonna eat the barbecue. Oh gosh, so excited. I can die. I can die like that. Is so good. That is masterful brisket. I've eaten a lot of brisket in my day. And I'll tell you, a single bite of this will still take me to my knees. Oh, good. The fat is like buttered jelly. I don't know what happens. I mean, according to sort of the way you're supposed to cook brisket, they're breaking all kinds of rules. They're wrapping them in foil, which everybody calls a Texas crutch. But I don't care what your rules are. You taste this brisket, you throw those out the window. The brisket speaks for itself. You know, I would say that finding barbecue this good is as rare as finding snow in Texas. But this year, all bets are off. We're breaking all kinds of rules. Snowing in my mouth, at least. Here, come on, guys. Pull up a seat, rest your legs. Miss Tootie's got the touch. This right here epitomizes why I love making this show and why I've done it for so long. You would have never heard of Lexington, Texas had it not been for Snow's Barbecue. And now it's become this vibrant little community that's attracting people from all over the world to come here and eat this barbecue. Now that's something that's worth day tripping for right there.
Texas barbecue has never been more famous, but the passion and grit it takes to make it go back over 100 years, along with the ideals of hard work, community, and family, which are even more important than the rub and wood. And no matter the sort of Q you prefer, sauce, no sauce, chopped or sliced, the best thing about barbecue is that it brings us together. So thank you to everyone out there sweating in the pits and slicing on the line. The tradition is in your hands, and you're carrying the torch proudly.
You know one of the best parts about a Texas barbecue road trip? Texas barbecue dessert. And my favorite of them all? Nanner pudding, which tastes even better at 9 in the morning. So I'll see all y'all out on the road. Bye con Dios, amigos.